Kayla. I'm a pro educator and content creator here at Lashify. Welcome. Happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday already. I am here today to do a really fun lash map. I'm going to do a bunch of chocolates mixed together, some nice softer color fibers. We've been talking about that a lot. So I'm going to do a mix of our truffle A's, our chocolates in Stardust and in Tulip. And this is the map that I've created. So you're going to see, look at the difference that it makes in your eyes. So you're going to see me go from this to this. I'm going to walk you through how to do this map together. If you are new, welcome in. We are Lashify, the DIY lash extension system. We are a patented system. We are the inventors of this system. And I am here today just to walk you through some of the fundamentals of the system, and then we're going to apply this fun lash map together. Lashify Bev is down in the comments, so if you have any questions at all while we're going along on this fun journey together, please make sure to put your name in and then add your comment, and we will be more than happy to answer any questions for you. If you're on YouTube or Facebook, hello, I am streaming live from the website. So if you want to hop over to the website and connect with me there, I can see your comments. If not, hope you're happy watching the live from where you are. So first and foremost, let's start out with the control kit. As we're going along, you can always shop everything down here as well. It's available for you to grab. The reason we always suggest starting with the control kit is because it has everything that you need. It's so carefully thought out, ready to go, that you just have to do a few clicks of a button and the control kit is yours. So it looks like this. When you open it up, there are a couple things on top first. First, you have your wandums. These are your silicone coverings that go over your wand. They look like this. And you just take these and gently slide them over the tips of the wand so that it helps with stickiness. It helps with the end a little bit. Also gives a wider fuse, which is great. And then you have this nice little card here. So if you scan this card here, this QR code, it'll bring you to our how-to and our learn page. And what's really great about that is it gives you a bunch of tips and tricks, tutorials, fun lash maps, all these great videos to help you learn along the way. We also have this nice card from our founder and CEO that just gives a little welcome into Lashify. And then here you have your control kit. Now, before we open this up, I want to show you that down here is storage for your Gossamer lashes. So don't throw this away after you get it. You can fit 12 cartridges of Gossamer lashes down here. So you can take all of your lashes that you're going to start collecting, and you will, believe me, and you can place them right down here, which is really great. So you have them all nicely sorted and ready to go for you. So don't throw away this box. It has a nice little magnetic flap on it. It keeps them all dry, cool, stored in a nice place. Hello, Wendy, welcome in. So don't throw away the box. Now, let's look at the control kit. And here it is. So it's got a nice hard plastic casing. It comes in black or white. You get to choose. The only difference is the color of the wand inside. Everything else, you know, is fully thought out for you. So here we are. We have a nice mirror here on the bottom. So you can use this to look down so you can see the underside of your lash for proper application. And then here we have our double-sided whisper light. So this is your bond that you're going to use that goes through your lashes. So the one side is black, the other side is clear. Same bond, same formula, just two different colors to help with two different things. So we'll get into that in just a minute. And then here you have your patented hand-tooled fuse control wand. So this wand is ergonomically designed to fit the curves of your face. It's really amazing. It gives a perfect fuse with a horizontal clamp force so it won't damage your natural lashes. And the specifically made end is really great. So when you pick up your lashes or you go to fuse, it doesn't have like the blunt, really sharp end of a tweezer. It's specifically designed to make sure that it works with our delicate gossamers and your eye. Here we have glass. This is your water resistant seal. And the great thing about that is you can use that to help the water kind of bead off your eye. Seal for water resistance about 20 minutes after you apply the system. And then you get 3 cartridges of our Gossamers. So you get them in 10, 12, and 14, which are our 4 most popular lengths. You just need to pick what style you'd like. So A stands for Amplify. That is our least amount of curl, and it's got our thinnest fiber of the core Gossamer lashes. And then we have B, which is bold. So that's a little bit of a thicker fiber, a little bit of a stronger curl. Looks more like 2 coats of mascara, but no clumps. And then we have C, which is our thin fiber, very similar to the A, but the C has much more of a heavy curl and lift to it. So that's the difference between the 3 Gossamer lashes you can choose from. You'll get them in those 3 lengths, and then from there you can find out, okay, whatever ones I'd like next, I maybe want a little bit of a thicker fiber or more of a curl. I want something a little more multi-dimensional, and we have every lash style you could ever think of. Hello, hello. I just ordered my first control kit yesterday and I'm on pins and needles waiting for it. As I continue to research after I purchased, I'm realizing I maybe should have gotten the charcoal bond because my eyelids are oily. No worries there. I always say it's super important to start out with everything in the control kit first, Marcy, and then add from there. So you're really going to want to just practice proper placement, how much or how little bond you're going to need. You may only end up needing Whisper Light, you know, and but just figure out if you like to do that first, and then from there, see how comfortable you are with the system. If you want one coat of bond through the lashes, two coat of bonds, and then from there, if you need some bondage, I totally understand. But this is a good place to start and practice with the lashes because our bondage with Charcoal Flex is more liquidy in consistency. So you just want to make sure you have the hang of the system first. So as you can see on my eyes here, I have one eye done, one eye not done yet. Here we have Truffle A, and then Miss Bev, I had her write down the map for me because I got a little carried away today. I was like, let's just put all the chocolate and truffle into a lash map. It'll be super fun. But yeah, Bev, if you want to post the map down below, I have it laid out all nicely on my lash pad here. So let's just prep the eye and put on this fabulous map. I think it'll be really fun. It's really fun to play around and put a couple of different styles all together at once. I think that's great. There it is. Thank you, Miss Bev. So I'm going to take my fluffer tool. I'm going to dip it into our pre-cleanse. This is our Japanese cleansing water. It's our amazing prep step. You can also use it to clean your lash map throughout the week while you wear it. You can also use it to tone your skin. So it's very multi-purpose. It's great. I'm going to dip my fluffer tool right in there. And then I'm going to take my pre-cleanse and just use this to make sure that I prep my lashes properly for application. The key with that is you don't want any oil, residue, old bond, makeup from your eyelids. You don't want anything like that on the lashes before you go in and apply our system. So super important just to get right in there and make sure that your lashes are good to go. I'm going to set that down and close my pre-cleanse, and then yes, and then we get to practice brick stacking as well, which is one of our advanced application techniques. Thank you, Bev. And I'm going to take our blow tool here and just give this a nice directional puff of air. The beauty about this blow tool is that it speeds up drying time in all different stages of the Lashify system. So I always say if you're going to get your control kit, make sure that you grab a blow tool as well. Oh, one other thing I want to mention. You also get samples of our melt away and our pre-cleanse. So here we have our pre-cleanse, so the prep step that I just used. And then here's our melt away. So this is our remover. It's just as important to prep the lash as it is to remove the lashes properly so you don't damage your natural ones. So we give you samples of those as well. I'm just making sure this is nice and dry. Perfect. Now we're going to go in and bond, which will be good. So with our bonding techniques, with the dual-sided Whisper Light, the key there is just to make sure that you do nice light coats. The bonds are meant to be layered to help with cushioning. So you want to make sure that you're not overdoing it with the bond first and foremost, because then you just end up having a big hulk of a mess and it doesn't dry. You know, our founder and CEO always says that to kind of layer it like nail polish, you want to make sure each layer dries properly or gets tacky properly before you go in with the next one. So we're going to start with our double-sided Whisper Light here. I'm going to start with the side that says black on the bottom, and it's your black micro mascara wand. We're just going to brush this through the lash from root to end in nice, light, even coats. We're going to do what's known as the frosting method. So this is our official bonding method using both sides of the Whisper Light. I'm just making sure that I coat every lash evenly in nice gentle coats, and then from there we will go in with our blow tool in our next layer as well. Just want to make sure I get them all so we can see that we're good to go. I'm going to close that up and then take this. Do people use lashes that are all the same length? I only have one length as I am learning. Yeah, oh yeah. So like a daily map for me, so to speak, or like someone's calling me on my computer, or like a more subdued map, for instance, I like to do just like C14s or C12s all the way across. You can totally do in length. That's the beauty of the system. You can go really multi-length, multi-style if you want, or you can just do one length altogether. No rules that way. Whatever lash map you love, that's what works for you. That's what's best. So I'm going to make sure that this layer gets nice and tacky. So I did the black through the lashes from root to end, and then I'm just taking my blow tool and giving some nice puffs of air to make sure that it gets nice and tacky, about 20 to 30 seconds per layer. Oh yes, love A12. Yeah, see, Beth, it's a good one. Yeah, C12s all the way across, especially in truffle. And nobody can tell me they're not my lashes. They're like, wow, that's crazy. So once that's nice and tacky, we're now going to go in with the second layer. So I'm going to take our Clear Whisper Light. I'm going to dab this with our precision tip 1 to 2 millimeters from the waterline. Our bonds are meant to be layered and nothing is to go on the skin. So I'm just dabbing this 1 to 2 millimeters from the waterline like so. And then I'm going to take a flat-ended brush. I have this old baby brush, I call it my little baby brush, that I like to use. And I'm just going to brush this bond up the lash or frost to give a nice coat and layer of the bond over my natural lashes. And you can see as I'm brushing it up, the bond goes from white to clear, so it really helps speed up drying time and tacky time as well. And then if you want to take your blow tool, make sure that it's nice and tacky even more, you can do that again. And now time for the tacky test. We're going to take our finger and we're going to tap it against our lash to see if we get a little tack. It looks like it's still just a little bit wet, so I'm going to take this and use it just for a couple more seconds. Angela M on Facebook says hello. Hi, Angela. So good to hear from you. Hello. Hi, Facebook fam. Hope you're doing well. All right, yeah, should be good to go. Nice and tacky. So you just take your finger. Oh yeah, now you're getting a nice stick and grip on the lashes. So you know you're good to go in and apply. If the lashes, excuse me, are too slick or too wet, I had tomato soup. And it's like, the tomato soup is like right here. That's what I get for eating like right before I go live, right? So yes, if the bonds aren't tacky enough, what's going to end up happening is they kind of slip and slide all over the place. You're looking for that Velcro stick and grip. So here's our wand. Let's start applying. With this lash map, I'm going to do what's known as brick stacking. So brick stacking, think of layering bricks. So I'm going to start with 3 Stardusts first, and then we're going to fill in with Tulips, and then anchor the inner and outer corner with A12 Truffles. The Tulips and the Stardusts are both in chocolate. The chocolate Tulips just came out. They are absolutely gorgeous. So you can see them on my little map here. These are the chocolate Tulips, and they kind of bow outwards like this, whereas the Stardust, it's like, do you know what I mean? Like the taller ones are on top and the on the bottom, you can see it. They complement each other so well. That was ridiculous, but we tried it. They complement each other so well, so I would love to brick stack, which also means kind of doing every other. Yes, what works best for if you don't have pre-cleanse? Yeah, so just applying to fresh, clean, dry lashes after you wash your face in the shower, gentle oil-free cleanser. You just want to make sure you have nothing on your lashes. You don't desperately need pre-cleanse. I find it works really well for me because I do get oily lids, so it really just gets rid of everything. But just make sure that your lashes are fresh and clean. Wash your face really good, pat it nice and dry. Go in and do your lash map from there if you need to. So yes, so Tulip chocolates and then the Stardust chocolate. So what I'm going to start doing is my 2 Stardust 18s towards the outer corner and under the arch of my brow like you see here. So outer corner, arch of the brow. So I'm going to grab my first Stardust chocolate 18. I'm going to grab it from the top, close to the top as possible, curve facing me, middle and pointer finger in front, and I like my thumb in the back. This is how I like to hold my wand, so it's easy for me to get that curve and that piece of the Gossamer lash just to stick. I'm going to look down. Now I'm kind of going from out to in this time, which I kind of never do. You guys are probably like, what is she doing? Actually, let's do this second one first, right under the arch of the brow. So I'm looking for the arch of the brow. I'm looking for 1 to 2 millimeters from the waterline and just applying like so. Because we let it get nice and tacky, it just sticks right on there. If I don't like the placement, I want to in just a little bit more, totally fine. I'm just going to take that Gossamer lash really gently. We're just going to peel it off and we're going to start over. That is the beauty of the system. Our bonds are super flexible. No cyanoacrylates, no formaldehyde. You don't have to worry about any latex. Let's see, do I like that better? And then I'm good to go. So then from there, I'm going to take my next Stardust 18 in chocolate. And now we're going towards the outer corner. So I'm just looking to apply this like here. And then boom. I'm trying to see. I'm trying to map things out. Look at me. Look at me. We're going to move in a little bit more, guys. We're going to move in just a little bit more. Totally fine. The beauty of the system. It just started pouring rain here. Okay, and then we're going to take this one, move it over just a bit. So as you can see, like anybody else, I'm mapping things out to exactly where I want them. There we go. Boom. So that's up here and here. Okay, yeah. So now we're going to move in a little bit more with our last Stardust in chocolate, and we're going to go down to a 16. Now, I have a larger eye. I have a round eye. It can take a lot of lashes. take this map as a guide, and you can either mimic this map or you can go down in length. You can do 1 or 2 less Gossamers. Just to get the style and the look, use this as a guide, but it's totally preference and what works best for you. So now we're gonna make another gap, and I'm gonna go in with my Stardust Chocolate 16. I'm looking down, by the way, so I can see my waterline and making sure that I'm applying with a 1 to 2 millimeter gap from the waterline. Wow, that was tacky. Woo, that's good. That was tacky. And the reason for that is you want to make sure that the root of your natural lash is exposed just enough, because you want these to be able to grow and breathe and move. Nothing's on the skin, so that when you're blinking all day, moisture isn't getting up under the spine and causing them to lift or to move. So super important to make sure you have that 1 to 2 millimeter gap from the waterline. One side of your wand is that millimeter gap. So if you were to gently take your wand and lay it right underneath here, you can see that you've got a nice little space between your waterline and the spine of the Gossamer lash, then you're good to go. So that is a Stardust Chocolate in 16, 18, and 18. Hello, Ember, welcome. Next, we're gonna do our tulips. So now we're gonna do Tulip Chocolate in 12, 14, and 14. So let's take our 14 first. I'm gonna gently lift that up off my lash map. I'm looking to get way closer to the top of the Gossamer lash. Come here, dude. Just so it's easier to go in and apply, and we're gonna fill in that first gap. So I'm gonna look down to fill in the gap, and just right over it, boom, apply, and it fills it in. And then same with the 14. We're looking to fill in that gap, so I'm gonna grab the next tulip in 14. And the reason I did varying lengths is because you wanna go up a millimeter length in the Stardust chocolates, or any Stardust, because the top point is the actual millimeter length, and then the side points are 4 millimeters less. So you can really vary with lengths with those. So I thought the 14 would look nice because it has about that same length as the bottom points of my chocolate Stardust. So I'm putting that next tulip chocolate in between there, and boom, and it just fills in. And look, when I look to the side, you can see how it's like that warm, rich brown. It's really awesome. I have a trash map on this week. I believe they're all Starburst, but not too short. Yeah, oh, we love a good trash map, mystery map, whatever we got lying around, that's what we're gonna put on, right? So now we're going to take a Tulip Chocolate in 12. Gonna grab that. Again, curve facing me, looking down for proper placement. We're gonna apply that towards the inner corner, and boom, look at that. So you could just kind of filling in just to make a really custom map. These are fun. This is good. This is good. And then our last but not least, we're going to anchor the inner and the outer corner. So you can see I have a little bit more room here on the end, little bit more room here on the inner corner. We're going to anchor the inner and outer corner with A12s in Truffle. So Truffle is a mix of our black and brown fibers. And I always like to put a core Gossamer or a plus Gossamer lash on the inner and outer corner. And as you can tell, it just kind of gives a little bit of a deeper blend to the map. So we're going to start with the A12. For the outer corner, I like to have the spine of the Gossamer lash a little more parallel to the ground, so that when I'm going in to apply, it kind of gives a more lift to the outer corner of the eye as opposed to droop. Since your eye is round, spherical, you don't want to have the spine lay too angular to the ground and not give you that nice lift on the end. So that's super important. And then on the inner corner, same thing. I don't want it to look too closed off. I want it to finish off the lash map nicely. So a smaller core or plus Gossamer lash on the inner corner really gives me that look that I'm going for without it looking too heavy. Let me move this just a little bit. There we go. You can angle it so you can really get in there on the inner corner well. And boom. Voila. Yeah. Oh, I'm liking this lash map. This is fun. Awesome. Let's talk about fusing. So the key with fusing, I always say, is to make sure that your natural lashes, the bond that we've applied to them, and your Gossamer lashes all need to become one. They all need to become a family. So that's why fusing is so important, so fundamental to the system. So I'm going to go over the eye like so, get right down on the spines. Give this a nice squeeze. And again, we're talking about that horizontal clamp force. So there's a certain amount of pressure design that this isn't going to damage your natural lashes. Maybe like 10 to 15 seconds. And then open. You see how it's a little stuck? Just blink away till it slowly peels away. Do not rip that away from your lashes. You don't want to damage your natural lashes. My bond is still just a little tacky, so sometimes it gets a little sticky. If you find that it's a little too sticky, what you can do is run some pre-cleanser alcohol in between it, if you need to. Am I liking this one lash? Yeah, it's good. It's good. Okay. And you are good to go. Let's look at these up close now. You can see the underside here, which is great. So you can see that 1 to 2 millimeters from the waterline. Up top, it's really nice because you can see no heavy, harsh band or anything. It just looks like it's growing out from your natural lashes, which is awesome. So much more seamless. It's fabulous, you know. And here you can see how it's got a nice curl and nice lift to the eye. They're really fun. They're too fun, let me tell you. Awesome. So, Bev, if you want to copy paste, if possible, the map one more time for anybody that needs it. But we played today with the Tulip Chocolate Gossamer lashes. These are the new ones. And then the Stardust Chocolate, which are one of my personal faves. So that's more of that really fun wisp in between each lash. And then we anchored each side with A12s in Truffle. So, yeah, pretty good map. Thank you, Ms. Bev, for posting it again. I appreciate it. So thanks so much for watching. Fun way to brick stack. If you are just starting out, make sure to get that control kit. Shop that down below. If you are, you know, pretty seasoned and excited for a new map, you should get the Tulip chocolates. I'll also put here for you the Stardust chocolates as well, so you can grab those too. So those are the two in combination, and then just put whatever on the inner and outer corner that you love. If you want to take away one Tulip 14 and one Stardust 18 to help accommodate your eye shape better, or how many lashes you like to use, totally okay. Get nice and close for you guys so you can see it again. But yeah, this is the lash map. Awesome. Come join us in the Lashify Life Facebook community. That is our big, beautiful community of people where we all, that love lashes as much as I do, as much as any of us does. Yeah, it's super fun in there. We share our lash maps, all of our tips and tricks. It's a great resource. So if you ever have any questions about, gosh, really anything, bonding, cleaning, showering, you name it, it's right in there. It's also on the website. The how-to page on the website is so thorough and giving anything that you need, any guidance that you may need. I will be live again on Thursday. I don't know what I'm going to do. Let's do something fun. I don't know. We'll see. See what's in store. But I appreciate you guys all hanging out and connecting with me. And I hope you have a really good rest of your week. Do great things. And yeah, I'll make sure to take fun pictures and post this map. Awesome. And I will talk to you all